We're on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Who's Your Crypto Guy? And I've got one question for you. Who's your crypto guy? Well, the moment has come that we've all been waiting for. We've been waiting a long time for this event, and it's finally happening. We finally got the breakout and lots of good things to talk about. So stay tuned. Here we go, because this information could change your life. First of all, we're going to talk about the global M2 versus Bitcoin. As you can see, for the last 3 months or so, we've had a breakout. And if you look back in history, Bitcoin follows this 80% of the time. And right now what we're seeing is a breakout following the breakout of the M2 money supply. And what is showing is a general uptrend for the next 3 months, landing us right in about the middle to the end of October, which is where I'm predicting that the Bitcoin top will come in. So there will be a huge influx of money with a surge to higher prices that we will talk about later in this video. Next, I'd like to talk about this, which is a inverse head and shoulders pattern that has been developing over the last 7 months. We've got to our original top around 108, and then we came back, retested it, failed from that point earlier in the year, and then started a downtrend all the way down to about April, where we bottomed out around 74,000, and then have since retested back up to the 108, 109, 110 area, and now have broken out of that area with a target of 150,000. So what you can see from this chart is most of the time you have resistance that you have to break through, but now that we are in new all-time highs, we are in blue sky breakout territory, leading up with little resistance. And every time we break a new all-time high, everybody that has bought Bitcoin in the past is now in profit. So there will be sellers along the way, but the run has just started, should continue for about the next 90 days. As you can see here with altcoins in 2017, there at the bottom here, you had consolidation and a major breakout and a run up. Same thing with 2021. Consolidation, breakout, major run up. 2025, consolidation, just had a breakout. What's next? Possibly the major run up to about $3 trillion in altcoin market cap. Next, you have the Fear and Greed Index getting up to in the 70s. I believe the Fear and Greed Index will top out somewhere around the area of 90 to 95. And at that point, you should probably be taking profits off the table. Watch this closely as another metric for a good time to start taking profits. Here we have the altcoin Bitcoin chart. And when it's over the top, we're in Bitcoin season. When she's at the bottom, we are in altcoin season. And we're about to break out, as you can see, into altcoin season. I said that wrong earlier. The bottom is Bitcoin season, and breaking through the top is altcoin season. So we are just about to start into altcoin season. Here are the cryptos you want to focus on that are made in the USA, because these are the cryptos I believe the government will back and will support. And there is also talk about US cryptos being completely 100% tax-free when it comes to capital gains. Very important if you hold a considerable amount of crypto. XRP, Solana, Dogecoin, first crypto I ever got into. USDC, which is a stable coin. ADA, which is Cardano. Link. AVAX. XLM, which follows XRP at a lower price. SUI. HBAR. Litecoin. Bitcoin Cash, which also follows Bitcoin at a lower price. Uniswap. Near Protocol. Aave. Aptos, Ondo Finance, which is a one that the big boys are getting into as well. Algorand, Render, and my favorite, Filecoin. Not professional advice, but might want to get some Filecoin. Last time she went from about $2 up to $237. Right now we're sitting at about $2.50. And File is one of my biggest holdings. Here we are. Bitcoin always runs first. Next, you have Ethereum, and that's what you're starting to see now. Bitcoin, after its second breakout above its all-time highs, is now causing Ethereum money to start to flow into Ethereum. Big players putting their money in there, and FOMO will start soon. After Ethereum goes into the large cap altcoins, and then you have major alt season as the final phase of the market sometime in the next 2 to 3 months. So this is happening right here, right now. Now, if you want to just hold your money in the bank and keep it in dollars or anything like that, here's what your money's doing since 1930. In 1930, your $1 was worth $1. Congratulations. 1960, that same dollar was only worth 56 cents. 1990, you're down to 13 cents per dollar. And 2025, you're at 5 cents per dollar. Now, if you ask me, that's incredibly depressing, and that's why I opt out and my money is all in crypto. Do what you want. Once again, not financial advice. Sending Bitcoin versus sending fiat or sending other cryptocurrency. Sending fiat, you have your bank, you have your middleman, your processors. Then you have to go back through the bank and it finally gets to your recipient. So after all kinds of fees, your money finally gets where it's going. And it takes a long time. Bitcoin, you have the Bitcoin network or the crypto network, and then you have your recipient. You have a slight little fee for transaction that goes back to the coins and the makers of the coins. And then you have your recipient, and some, like XRP, like Litecoin, like different coins like that, are almost instantaneous transactions. None of this wait. Like if you're going to send a wire transfer overseas, sometimes you're paying $45 or more just to send that wire. Why should you have to pay to send your own money somewhere else? Ask the question, join the revolution. And this is a peaceful revolution. By the way, this is a crypto revolution. Now, as you can see, when it comes to altcoins, we've had a downtrend early on into last year, had a surge into October. Trump gets elected and things take off. Now, am I saying it's because Trump was elected? No, it's because this is the presidential election and the money cycle, and crypto follows this particular cycle. So it retests it, boom, breakout in that first 2 or 3 months. And then you saw in the money supply, things had trailed off. So you knew a pullback was coming. Pullback happens all the way down to 74. Altcoins bleed even more. And look, you get the setup again, just retested it, and we're starting to break out. What comes next? Alt season. Here you have the Bitcoin rainbow chart, and as you can see, each time the run gets a little less powerful and it comes down a little further. So this also leads you to believe that our next top will come. You see the last one occurred in the orange level, then it topped out in the yellow. So theoretically we should top out in just below that yellow and the top of the green in about October. And that price range, in my opinion, will be around 175,000. So here you go with the altcoin market cap, and you can see once again you got a consolidation, sideways, breakout, consolidation, sideways, breakout. We got consolidation, sideways, and we're about to break out. Could lead altcoins into a total market cap of about $3.5 trillion. Satoshi Nakamoto, one of the richest men or organizations in the world. Nobody really knows who Satoshi Nakamoto is and if he's even still alive or if they are even still alive, because it could be one person, it could be a group of people. But Satoshi, with over 1 million Bitcoin, now worth over $129 billion, making him or her or them the 12th richest person or group in the world. Here's Bitcoin's distribution network. You've got companies that own 3.6%, ETFs now own 3.9%, governments own 2.7%, 6.6% have not yet been mined, Satoshi owns 5.2%, 3.4% are owned by miners, 17.6% have been lost. That's the highest number I've seen so far for that. And then the individuals own 57% of the Bitcoin out there. There will only be 21 million. So, supply is decreasing, demand is increasing. Supply and demand, basic economics, what happens? Your economics professor would be proud. The price will go up. Fear and Greed Index, 71, currently as of July 11. This, like I said, will trail up to about 90 to 95 in my experience since 2018, 2017, following the crypto market. That is a good time to start taking money off the table. Or a lot sooner if some of your coins go up by multiple X's. Finally, we have the Pi Cycle Top Indicator, which I've been talking about for a long time, is now 173,297 with the bottom support at 99,033. We've reached an all-time high of 118,839, and we have broken out from 110,000. This breakout could take us to the top over the next 3 months, which I was also predicting around 175,000. And I will show you that potentially in a coming video that I made a post on Threads back last December about what I thought the coins would do. My post or my prediction on there coming soon. Stay tuned. As you can see, the RSI also breaking out 69.81. This is on the weekly chart. And from here, we're in blue sky territory, folks. So, that is the video for today. Not financial advice, once again, just financial entertainment. But if you'd like to dip your toes into it, get on Coinbase, get on Robinhood. I like Coinbase better. You have more to choose from. Get on there, buy a little Bitcoin. You only have to buy like $1 worth. Very easy to set up your account. And get some experience, because this isn't the end. This is just the beginning. Only more money is going to continue to flow into crypto over time. There will be pullbacks along the way. But the final 90 days or so of the bull market has commenced. Take care. See you next time. This is Who's Your Crypto Guy. Later.